What is that? All right, ready?
Yes.
Welcome back to another great episode of the Kinks and Beauty podcast. I am your host, Brittney Ogike, with the lovely Jessica Houston.
Hello.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Jess, how are you doing? How's your week been?
It's been good. We're just out here loving this LA weather and, running beauty bees.
Yes, the LA weather has been nice. It's the change is happening, but it's not completely fall. It's not summer anymore. We're in the middle, which means we're having, cool mornings, warm afternoons,
Very hot.
followed by a nice cool evening.
It's very bipolar. And you walk out of the house in something in the morning, and then by the time you hit noon, it's not as chilly as it was. So it's very interesting this time of year in LA.
Are you seeing any changes with your skin since we're having different types of weather throughout the day?
Yes.
Really?
I don't know what is going on with my skin. It's stressing me out. You know what? I think I've pinpointed what it is. It's me with this edge control. That's what's going on with my forehead. It's definitely the edge control, and I've been using this edge control. I don't know why my skin is choosing to just hate me at this point. But this forehead breakout, I've literally been dealing with it the entire time that I've had these braids. So when I take these braids out, hopefully that goes away. But I'm also going to change my regimen. I think I'm going to get some Paula's Choice. I was using that a couple of weeks ago, and they have a very good vitamin C serum that I'm excited to try. But then yesterday, I saw these breakouts right here. I think this is hormonal though.
On your cheek?
Mm-hmm. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I definitely have to kick it into high gear and figure out what's going on, because this is crazy.
Yeah, this is the type of year where, since we're about to change seasons, I'm on the lookout for a good moisturizer, a good body moisturizer. I think we've said this in the past. My body gets really dry during the cooler months. And I don't know. This is the time of year I like to try out new products to see what I stick with for the rest of the fall and winter. So I'm definitely on the lookout for some really good moisturizing, hydrating skin body products, and so if I find any, I will let you know. Don't know about the face though.
I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and get the La Mer. I think I'm gonna do it this year.
Okay, remember I told you my dermatologist gave me a good dupe for the La Mer, which was
what was it?
The Clinique Surge Moisture Surge.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I use that at night. I've been using it at night, and I like it.
Because I literally got on Sephora the other day and I was like, ooh, La Mer. And then it was like $230. And I was like, okay, maybe not. Let's pause.
And again, I would recommend getting a sample first. And then.
Well, you gave me the sample last year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Really
and you liked it. Oh, that sucks. You liked it.
I liked it. And I was like, okay.
Okay. I gave you the sample of the regular creme de la mer. I didn't give you, so that one is different than the one I use, which is the cool gel. And the Moisture Surge from Clinique is a cool gel La Mer dupe. Okay. So you got to figure out what the dupe is for the creme de la mer, because that's a bit heavier. I don't use that one, but I know you would like it because it's super moisturizing, super hydrating.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, give it a go. Spend the money if you want, or you can look up other similar products. But yeah, moisture is key.
It is key. It is key, especially when you have dry skin.
Right. So let's get into our episode for the week. We're doing it a little different this week.
Very different.
We are going to do hot topics. I feel like I'm on The View. We're discussing this week's hottest topics. I'm going to give you my viewpoint. Jessica's going to give you her viewpoint. We want to know what the people are saying out in the streets. But we're going to talk about cultural appropriation. We're going to talk about the very problematic rapper of Kanye West. We're going to talk about some new skincare launches. We got a lot to talk about and get into today. So Jess, let's start off with our first hot topic.
Okay.
The streets are abuzz because everyone's favorite influencer is once again claiming something as hers when Black people have been doing it for decades. And that's Miss Hailey Beiber. We talked about her a few weeks ago because she had a great skincare launch, a skincare brand that came out. And it's actually doing really well. It's been well received. It's had some great reviews. I think, Jess, you even positively reviewed it. However, she has coined a term that the girls are in a tussle over. So she's calling her new lip look a brownie glazed lip. Am I saying that right? Brownie? Yeah. Okay. So what is a brownie glazed lip, according to Mrs. Bieber? It is... it's lip liner, a dark lip liner applied under heavy high lip gloss.
Quintessential 90s.
Quintessential Black girl in the 90s look.
90s. Like when you go to Vacation Bible School with the little...
Not Vacation Bible School.
You go to Vacation Bible School because you know your little crush gonna be there, and you put on your lip liner with your heavy gloss, with your little shoes on, the Monica shoes.
And you were doing something back in the day. I remember.
Oh, really?
Man, that was like middle school for me. I mean, it was a look for sure. And and I think that's why this backlash is warranted, because it's like when people like Hailey Bieber, specifically white women, white people, take a look and rebrand it as something else, then all of a sudden it's mainstream. It's cool. All of a sudden it's cool. Everyone's doing it. You know, it's popular, and watch, you'll start seeing it like on the runways now and in high fashion, just because Hailey Bieber made it cool again. But it's like, this is what Black and even brown communities have been doing for years. And honestly, it hasn't been accepted. Like, have you seen this look on a white person, you know, in magazines, in the movies? Absolutely not. And I think that's what's so frustrating, because these things like this continue to happen. And I don't know. People are starting to talk about it. I know a few years ago, Kim Kardashian got into hot water with her braids, calling them like, I forget who, Bo Derek braids, and they were cornrows. Girl, you have cornrows. And now, since Kim Kardashian wore cornrows, now everyone can wear cornrows. You can rock cornrows on the red carpet and all these things. But before Kim Kardashian was doing it, it was ghetto. It wasn't allowed. Mm-hmm. Even this brownie, and I'm using quotes, brownie glazed lip was not, it was kind of considered ghetto. At the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? Like a few years ago, it's actually come back in our community as, you know, a thing. I know some Black girls are using it in like a soft glam look. Mm-hmm. But, you know, 15 years ago, when you saw girls doing that with their, you know, 99-cent beauty supply lip gloss, it was considered ghetto. It wasn't a thing.
Yeah. It's very annoying because we take pride in, we stand in whatever it is that we create. If it's going to hit, it's going to hit. And if not, then it's whatever. But it was specifically in the 90s, a Black and brown woman thing. And to think that back in the day, you just were looked down upon, you were frowned upon when you're walking out. You hot shit when you out. Right. But now you have, you know, people who aren't Black or of color, and they don't necessarily understand. And to immediately go to you ghetto, but now let someone of a different color, a white person,
a thin white blonde, married to a pop star,
in the public all the time. Now it's a thing, and it's a trend. It's always been a trend. It's always been a thing for us. And now you want to take it and coin it, and now everybody is doing it. Oh, it's cool again. It's so annoying.
I know. It's discouraging, you know.
It is.
Some people are kind of thinking like, well, why is it such a big deal? So, you know, she didn't say she invented it, but, you know, because it's like, you know, first of all, she's going to make some type of coin off of this look.
She's going to make money.
This is always what happens. Like, as, you know, as Blacks, you know, our culture, we're so creative. And then you see, you know, others come in and co-opt what we've created and make money off of it. And it's a cycle that repeats itself. You see, you know, the Addison Rae do it with the TikTok dances, and now she's super famous. Her and her family are super famous, you know, but she wasn't the person who created the Renegade. Where's the little Black girl who created Renegade? What is she doing? Is she making as much money as Addison Rae is? No, because she does not look like Addison Rae. She's not white. She's not blonde or brunette with blue eyes, you know, and that's why it's problematic. That's why it's an issue. And that's why it's important for our community to speak up and call it out when we see it.
So when I was doing my research, I stumbled upon, I don't know the girl's name, I should have wrote it down, but she basically was saying that, like, she created a lip line. She created a gloss line, kind of like, what's her name? Kylie Jenner, that has like a lip pencil and a gloss specifically for Black people. And she was like, she didn't make any sales that for an entire year or whatever. She's basically just been sitting on this product. And she was like, she didn't want to get on her TikTok and she didn't want to talk about it because it was discouraging because nobody was buying her product. But as soon as Hailey Beiber comes out, then it's like, this woman, she already has millions. She already has all this money being funneled into her lifestyle in general, but now you're going to culturally appropriate something that I worked super hard to develop, and now you're going to get all the praise for it, and now I'm just going to be here sitting here assed out. She was like, it's very discouraging as people of color when you work so hard to just create your stamp in society, and you don't get any push, you don't get any progression, but as soon as someone comes out and they do the exact same thing, it's like, well, damn, I've literally been sitting here waiting for it to catch fire, and because someone who doesn't look like me made it popular, now it's a thing. Yeah, it's super sad.
White acceptance, absolutely.
It's very sad.
And I mean, for people who don't know, over the past couple of months, Hailey has created this theme of glazed, right? Like glazed donut. And even that was a bit controversial because I couldn't find who it was, but apparently she was not the first person to coin the term glazed skin, donut glazed skin. Apparently a Black influencer, makeup artist, TikToker, whatever, is the first person who said that. I'm not making any accusations, but again, there we go with, you know, it not being cool until Hailey Beiber says it or Hailey Beiber does it. And for those of you who don't understand what the glazed look is, it's more of like a dewy skin. You apply a lot of like moisturizer product on it just to get like almost like a wet look, you know, a flawless look for your skin. And again, she has this skincare line out that's doing well, like I said. And she's kind of just been using this glazed skin or donut glaze umbrella to, you know, highlight different beauty looks. And for the most part, they've all been stolen from the Black and brown community. So, I mean, Hailey, you know, get your coins, you're beautiful and all the things, but I feel like there needs to be some type of acknowledgement that, hey, Black people were doing this. And apparently Latina women were doing this too for decades. You were not the one that created this look. You might have made it mainstream popular, but we are not giving you your flowers for creating this quote unquote beauty trend. And that leads me into our next conversation that I'm not going to spend a lot of time on, but Kanye West. So he has been in the news lately over the past couple of days because of his very controversial White Lives Matter shirt that he wore during his fashion show. I think it was Yeezy Spring 23 collection. in Paris Fashion Week. So, like I said, Jess, I don't want to breathe a lot of air into this topic because, again, we're giving him a platform, and I think this was his intention. However, we must call it out. He posed with Candace Owens, who, again, is another problematic figure. The rights token Black girl is what I call her. Posed with Candace in this White Lives Matter shirt during his show. And I mean, it was totally uncalled for. Obviously, Kanye was doing it for clicks, I like to say. But I feel like with his platform, yes, he's, uninhibited, and he's going to speak his mind, and, he's a visionary, according to some, not to me. He's just crazy to me. But according to some, he's a visionary. However, we have to be careful with what we do and how we use our platform. The White Lives Matter saying, it's a slogan that's been promoted by white supremacist groups. It's completely dangerous. It's unintelligent. It's disgusting. It's irresponsible. And I feel like Kanye, even though he's been problematic for a long time, this was just uncalled for.
Oh God. I don't understand why. Because okay, I'm going to preface this by saying I don't dislike Kanye. The artist.
Okay.
The artist.
We're gonna unpack that.
I don't dislike Kanye, the music artist. Let's start there. Everything that Kanye does, but it's kind of like you can't separate in this case, it's like, I can't even separate the music from the artist in this, because it's like, how can you completely ignore the fact that people over the past 400 plus years, people who look like you, have been going through things at the hand of people who you say that you like? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't.
You can't make it make sense.
I was listening to another podcast earlier, and when it's beneficial for Kanye, he's pro-Black, right?
Right.
And then any other time, it's like, well, they have a voice too. Nobody's saying that they don't have a voice. Nobody's saying that at all. But where it comes into play is when you want everybody else to think how you think. And I can't, no. Walking down a runway with a White Lives Matter shirt on
is disgusting. As a Black man.
And but the thing for me is, you've never said Black Lives Matter.
No, he said slavery was a choice.
Slavery was a choice.
He's wore a Make America Great Again hat. He, had this presidential campaign where, when we really unraveled it and figured out like what the intention was, it was to steal Black voters from the Democratic Party so Donald Trump could then win the 2020 election. I mean, he's, like I said, he's been problematic for a long time, and people need to hop off the Kanye West train. Like, for me, I can't even say he is a great artist. I mean, his last few albums, I couldn't get behind. I honestly, I didn't understand it.
Donda was good.
I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it.
Donda was a good album. I liked
Sorry, not
it.
Sorry. Brittney, and my thing is, I'm not even gonna give him a doll. Like, I don't wear Yeezys. I don't listen to his music. I would never buy his album. I think he's a walking contradiction as well. Like, you do all this thing with Sunday service, you say all these things in your rap lyrics, but then you move differently in real life. It's just, it's all bad. If you're, like I said, if you're on the Kanye train, hop off it. I wish we could do like this, like that Chappelle skit when we're like doing the racial draft. Let's trade Kanye for somebody else. I'm done. I'm over him.
I've tried. I have tried. Even after the slavery was a choice, I always was like, I gotta feed you with a long handle spoon, and just see how you move. He started moving a little bit different, and then you do this shit. So it's like, and I literally just played Donda the other day when I was
Well, that's the problem.
out.
That's the problem. You are the reason why he continues to do what he does.
No. This was before. This was literally before that same day is when the White Lives Matter shirt happened.
That's what I'm saying. Like he thinks, but he thinks he's such an influencer, which is why him wearing this shirt is irresponsible because, you know, as an influencer, it's in the title, you are meant to influence people in terms of maybe their style, their viewpoints, you know, their perspective. It's
very dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
That's what they were saying on the podcast that I was listening to earlier. Kanye is very dangerous, especially for the younger generation.
Right.
Because they don't know any different. They don't know right from wrong right now. So they're just like, oh, Kanye said it. And it's like, yes, he did. But there's a lot of things behind what he's saying that you need to know about and you need to create your own.
Right. Well, let's not even have Kanye influence you. Like, I would love to give the younger generation more credit and saying that they're smarter than that. I mean, like, why are we looking to him as a role model? Right? Like, we should not be looking, not like any rapper, honestly, any celebrity. Like, why are we looking to them as role models?
It's the epitome of cool. That's what cool is now.
He's not cool.
Cool is being able to, but Brittney, we're older. We know, and I don't know if it's like us being role models to, you know, the younger generation, which I feel like we are, but we're not in the public, like, super scale eye that they're just gonna, I don't know why celebrities weren't like that to us when we were younger.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, you need to choose your role models wisely and maybe not choose celebrities as role models. Maybe you want to be a famous rapper like Kanye, like, that's fine. Maybe you want to be a great singer and a great performer like Beyonce, that's fine. But when it comes to, like, you know, your values, idolizing these people, that's the wrong move. Okay, so I'm off Kanye. Let's move into our next hot topic. Or let's jump back into beauty, since we are a beauty podcast. So we have some interesting beauty brand launches coming from people with penises. So I know you weren't expecting that.
Oh my God.
You know, I'm fed up. So Travis Barker.
At this point, when I was reading this morning, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people?
It's a money grab. It's a money grab. So Travis Barker has released a new skincare line called Barker Wellness, along with Brad Pitt's new skincare line.
I don't know if it has a name.
It's called Le Domaine or something. It's supposed to be French based. Yeah.
I did see something. Do something.
It's Le Domaine. I don't know. I'm just making that up in terms of, like, the French accent.
Okay. I was going to say, but he's not French. You're definitely American. Like,
yeah. I think it goes back. Like, he and his ex-wife, Angelina Jolie, owned, I think, a chateau in France. And I think that's kind of where he gets a lot of the ingredients in his skincare line from. So I think that's what that's about. But let's go get into Travis Barker's skincare line really quick. So it is a vegan wellness company focused on empowering you to live each day at your best. Yeah, Travis, you're so amazing. We believe everything that you're saying.
You know so much. So
we strive to share those healing properties through our line of premium cannabinoid infused products. So all of his wellness products, skincare products, are infused with CBD and cannabis. Yes. He has gummies, tinctures, skincare, bath. I don't know what snap packets are, but pain relief, muscle therapy, things of that nature. So, I mean, I feel like this is very off-brand. Kind of came out of the clear blue sky. I don't see any alignment, any affinity to skincare. You know, I've heard a lot of people saying, like, why didn't he come out with, like, some tattoo care line, or maybe, like, I could see maybe the pain relief because of his hands, since he's a drummer. Also, I know he's been through a lot of traumatic experiences in his life, so maybe something to do with like mental health and wellness. But skincare, I'm not really following. Not sure if anyone has tried it. Love to hear some feedback. I personally haven't heard any feedback since this release, I think a week or two ago. But just want to put that out there. I don't really need to go into an in-depth conversation, but I mean, Jess, do you have any thoughts about this?
My biggest thing is, one, why are we charging? Okay, I'll put it in my notes. We're charging $80 for a cleanser, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then
a cleanser, people, a cleanser.
A cleanser a good cleanser is gonna run you like $35. Okay, cool. It's if it's a big bottle or whatever, if I can get a bang for my buck, all right, cool. But you're charging. This is Travis Barker and Brad Pitt's prices are around the same. You're charging $320 for a cream. It just says cream.
Not cream.
And then you're charging $385 for a serum. Where did this serum come from? Did it come from, like, what? Is it the pure ingredient? Like, I don't understand why people with money, people who are millionaires, damn near billionaires, you're charging the middle class America all this money for some shit that probably isn't even gonna work. Are you fucking kidding me? When I was reading this article this morning about these two gentlemen specifically, as soon as they said the price points, I said, what?
And that's the thing, like, who are they catering to? Like, who like,
is your target customer?
Right. Are they men? Because I don't see men purchasing this, right? Like, I don't even see...
It's laughable, honestly.
Right.
It's...
Okay. We're not understanding.
If you took this to your husband, right, and you said, "Oh, babe, like Travis Barker," first of all, he's gonna be like, "Who the fuck is Travis Barker?" Or
same. This is not really in our audience, but
like,
I mean, our girls know, right? Our listeners know who these people are, but our husbands and spouses might not. But Travis Barker has been on like some rap songs and stuff.
Travis Barker, I mean, he's cool, but I don't know if they're going to be like, oh, he's cool enough for me to go spend $385 on a cream that I don't even, or serum rather, that I don't even know, does it work?
Right.
Like, Travis Barker, yes, you do have nice skin for him, and I think their sole purpose is because, oh, I have good skin. But are you using your products to get your good skin? That's the thing. Like,
right.
Your products didn't get you to have that good skin. So I just want them to stay in their lane. When I researched Travis Barker this morning, the first thing that came up was a website of him selling his drumsticks and drums that he plays. That's more of the thing that you should probably sell, not fucking skin care products.
Why are they stepping into this category? Well, the answer is money. I mean, over the years, the skincare the sales and revenue in skincare has increased dramatically. However, I feel like, they're trying to, take advantage of the consumer and just what do you say? Just add their name in the hat, right? And it's like our consumers are smarter than that. Like, we know that working at Beauty Bees, like our consumers want to understand like founder stories and why, a brand is in existence and the ingredients and the process and things like that. Like, where's the alignment with Travis Barker skincare? I don't see the alignment with Brad Pitt that we'll talk about in a minute. I don't see the alignment. And so I don't think you can really fool our customers. I mean, unless you are a Brad Pitt stan or a Travis Barker stan, I don't see people purchasing these lines. Let's get into... At the
end of the day, y'all wasted y'all money.
Wasted your money, basically. But, I mean...
That's y'all coin.
Right.
Nobody's going to buy that. Just know you wasted your money and nobody's buying it.
Real quick, Brad Pitt's line is called Le Domaine. And he essentially kind of he pretty much said that who's her Gwyneth Paltrow, you know, founder of Goop and all this stuff, inspired him. So so he again is trying to throw his name in the hat of this, you know, beauty industry and make a coin, make a quick buck. His angle is his skincare products are coming from grapes, specifically from his vineyard in his chateau in Provence, France.
You just said chateau, France, money.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So, you know, I mean, I don't want to get in the weeds of this, but, you know, he's saying that the grapes can help with hyperpigmentation and signs of anti-aging and all these things. He did mention that there are some brands, which I am a user of, that use grapes as their ingredient of choice. Those brands are Caudalie. I don't know how to say it, but I think it's like a French brand. Yeah, it's a good. I always get it at my dermatologist. And then Vintner's Daughter. I've used Vintner's Daughter for a while now, and I actually like their formulations and stuff. So so yeah, I mean, I guess there are some really great effects of these specific grapes. So basically, they say grapes contain resveratrol, an antioxidant compound that can improve visible signs of aging and hyperpigmentation. Its effects are well known within the skincare field. So I guess that's his angle. His products are also very expensive. Do you have it up, Jess? Do you want to go through it?
It's only 3 products, I think, from what I saw. I didn't go to the
right. Oh, you know what, Jess? I think you confused Travis Barker's products with prices with Brad Pitt's. So if Travis Barker's prices are between like $30 and like $80, Brad Pitt's La Domaine products range from like $80 to $350.
Yes.
So and I'm actually looking at euros, so it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive than that in dollars. But yeah, it's super expensive.
No,
I mean,
Travis Barker products, they have to.
Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. But they're not as high as Brad Pitt's.
They start off at $60.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's a bit much. I don't know who he's catering to with this product line. It's definitely not us and our consumers. But like I said, if you are just an absolute Brad Pitt fanatic and you must see every movie and wear every piece of clothing and buy everything associated with him, then this line is for you, baby. But other than that, I don't see why I would spend that much on skincare, to be honest, without proven results. That's another thing. Yes. Jess and I were talking about La Mer earlier. I mean, we can have a whole podcast discussion on La Mer and its products, and is some of it gimmicky? Absolutely. But some of it, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it may be worth it. But we're talking about a brand that's been around for decades upon decades upon decades with proven results. I don't know what Brad has done, what type of testing he's done, but there has to be some type of science-backed evidence that would have to get me to pay that amount of money on some of these products.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So, guys, if you're listening, celebrities, especially you celebrity men, if you're thinking about jumping into this category or even beauty, I would say don't go back home. This is not your lane. Find something that, you're more familiar with, you can speak to, that is, again, in alignment with your brand and your values. Stay out of women's business, basically. Um, so just let's get into our next hot topic, okay? This one's kind of sad. This one is hot off the press. This week, some of your faves are divorcing. Celebrity marriages have been in shambles the past couple of weeks. I mean, we can go back to talk about Adam Levine and his wife. There's a lot going on.
It's a lot happening. Yesterday was like boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom,
like,
bam.
Oh God, what is going on? It's in the water.
So our faves, Miss Tia Mowry and Corey Harddick. They're divorcing, guys. How do we feel?
I'm kind of sad.
I'm kind of sad.
But here's the thing. If you go back and you kind of just look at Corey's demeanor over the past couple of years, especially
that's what people have been saying
in the like within the pandemic. So like since 2020,
mm-hmm.
He looks very unhappy. He looks very just disconnected from Tia.
Right, going through the motions.
Not really like something switched. Something. Because I remember like the show that they had in the 2010s.
Right.
Like
mm-hmm.
It was. I used to watch the show. It was a good show. Like I liked it. It was like dorky, corny. That's them. Like that was their storyline or whatever. And like it looked like they actually really truly loved each other, liked to be around each other. And then something just changed. It was like he got too cool for his britches, and now he like swaggy. When dudes swag
listen, and he is working a lot more. I'm wondering if that maybe had something to do with it. Because what was I watching the other day and I saw him on? I can't remember. But yeah, I'm just like, I think it was The Shy. But
he was on The Shy.
Yeah, the Showtime show. So he has been booked and busy. So I'm wondering if like work had. I mean, this is all speculation, you guys. All I know is I love them. I liked the way they looked together. She seemed happy. But I will say there was this interview going around the past 24 hours about she was on the red carpet and someone was telling her that she was glowing. And she's like, everyone's been saying that lately, and they were like, well, what's your secret? Why are you glowing? She's like, I've just been focusing on me, self-care, on all these things. And it's like, maybe that's what she needed. Maybe like, she was carrying around this, I hate to say baggage with Corey for so long and wasn't focusing on herself and being selfish. And now that she has filed and she's made this huge step and, she's ready to continue with her future with her kids, maybe that has been a load that's been lifted off of her shoulders, and now she can breathe easy and enjoy life. So if this what makes Tia happy, I know it's so sad. I'm sure, like I'm not saying that she didn't go through, a grieving process and healing, but clearly it's looking great for her or better on her on the other side. So we just send you our well wishes, Miss Tia, because we're gonna be Team Tia regardless.
I'm Team Tia. I like Tia.
I do. I mean, she's the favorite
like she's
twin.
So much fun. She's definitely the favorite twin. Somebody was like, no, she's gonna get her a white husband, and I was like, I don't think so.
I don't see her doing it. She won't even. You know what? She couldn't even do that for the culture because she knows, I
think she knows that she's everybody's favorite twin, and she like tries to be so like. Which I was the girl. Nah, I'm gonna be here with your flowers. Here you go.
Right. And even if she does have a white husband, as long as she's happy at the end of the day, she always gonna be her regardless. Right.
And I can't say that for her sister. I think that's what she's always gonna be her. She's gonna be unapologetically black. Like she's gonna be that. And I like that. Keep that same energy.
Absolutely. And I know she has a few projects coming out as well. So Miss Tia, sorry, we wish you well. We're going to give you your flowers while you're still here. We love you. And we just hope for the best. Going to our next celebrity. There's so much. We didn't even talk about the Ime and Nia Long stuff. Like, we're not even touching on that, but it's just been, what is going on, Hollywood? Like, what is in the air? I mean,
something in the water.
Something is awry. So yes, our next celeb, they haven't officially announced yet, but there's been rumblings over the past couple of weeks. Everyone knows about the Tom Brady Giselle situation. Word on the street is he wasn't supposed to unretire. And he did that, and that was a deal breaker for Giselle, and now she's done. Apparently she moved out of the house. She's just hired a divorce lawyer. So, I mean, it's tough. Like, what do you make of this? I mean, I have my own perspective because she's a sports wife, and that comes with its own challenges. Mm-hmm. It's just, and we don't they're very guarded about their marriage, obviously, but she's been from the outside, she looks to be a very supportive wife. Was at all of his games up until this season. She's the first on the field when he wins Super Bowls and things like that. So, I mean, how do we feel if this is what's true that's coming out, that he was supposed to retire and spend time with the kids and he changed his mind?
I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Because when you look at Tom Brady, you look at all of the stuff that he's accomplished in his career. If she was hoping that last year was going to be it, and he was like, no.
I got one more in me.
I got one. And I get it from his perspective too, but at the same time, as a wife and as a mom, if you've been doing it, I don't want to say she's been doing it by herself, but when you think about it, she's been doing it by herself. You have, how long is the season? The season starts.
I think training camp starts in July and it goes through February.
But then they start training in May.
Right.
So you're training from January. You're in the playoffs. February you have the Super Bowl. You have March and April off. You have 2 months off. So 10 months out of the year, you're doing something with football for 10 months.
And you've been doing it for how long? 20 years? Over 20 years?
Really long time. I don't blame her. She's probably tired as hell.
Right.
She wants help.
And it's so frustrating because at the end of the day, and this is all speculation, obviously, but from what it sounds like, it's she just wants her husband home. What is wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that. She's sacrificed, and let's be honest, she's filthy rich. She's had nannies and chefs and all. Yeah, she has support, but I think it's more about time that she wants with her husband. She doesn't want her husband to miss the baseball games and the basketball games and the soccer games and all these things and the kids' plays. I get that as a wife. And so if that's her complaint and they had this agreement that he reneged on, what else can you do? I mean, you want marriages to last and you want to, but I'm always going to advocate for my happiness and, my peace. So we wish them well. I hope, like I said, there's nothing that's been announced officially. I'm hoping that maybe they can reconcile and figure out an agreement to stay together, not just for the kids, but for them. But it doesn't look great.
It doesn't, and I'm not even a Tom Brady fan, but
right.
You want people to be able to do what it is that they love, but it's at the cost of for the people that you love.
Right, exactly.
And being your kids, so it's
being a sports wife is hard. We can look at the Nia Long and Ime Udoka situation. You're talking about guys who are gone most of the year, in and out of the house, traveling. I don't think Nia was living in Boston at the time. But it's hard. It's a huge sacrifice that these women have to make and raise the kids that they have with these men. So again, prayers to Nia, everyone involved in that situation.
Everyone involved in that situation.
Yeah, it's thoughts and prayers all around. Our last celebrity divorce is Miguel and his wife. Yeah, like she filed, or they announced separation, then they pulled the plug on it again. Probably tried to reconcile, didn't work, and so they are on their Splitsville again. I kind of have a soft spot for this couple, because I know like a lot of his songs were written for her and to her. I think she was like in his videos too. And they've been together for a long time. Yeah. I mean, I'm not high school sweethearts, but I think he met her in his like teens. So yeah, we don't really know the circumstances surrounding this, but they've been together for a long time. They're a beautiful couple. His wife, Nazanin. Yeah, they're very sexy. They look great together. Yeah. So we wish them well. We hope that everything is done amicably. I don't think they have any kids, right? Yeah. So that might be a bit easier than the other situations we talked about. So yeah, I mean, that's our, week of hot topics. It's been a lot going on.
Jesus.
I mean, it was a lot, y'all. I mean, hopefully next week isn't as intense. As always, we'll try to bring you whatever the latest news is in beauty, fashion even. But it was a lot going on, and I just feel like Jess and we were talking about it in the office, and I'm like, we got to talk about it on the pod. So thank you all for listening to us for another week's episode. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Kinks and Beauty. You can follow our store, Beauty Bees Store, on Instagram. You can shop us, beautybees.com. You can visit us in NoHo. That's North Hollywood.
We're here.
For people who aren't in the know, but know about NoHo. Yeah, it's LA slang.
SoCal,
NorCal,
the Valley, the 101.
Shut up. Let me close this freaking episode.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Okay, that was.